Of Hannibal has spent decades trying to transform the former St. Elizabeth Hospital into a useful property. But the old hospital is still sitting vacant tonight, and its condition is only getting worse. Neighbors fear it's crumbling and becoming even more of a safety hazard. WGEM's Rebecca Duffy joins me now with more on where this project stands tonight. Rebecca?
Daniel, the city has been wanting to transform the former St. Elizabeth Hospital into senior housing for years now. I spoke with many neighbors in the area, and they all say something needs to be done with it. With its broken windows, crumbling walls, and ceilings that are falling apart, the former St. Elizabeth Hospital is an eyesore on Broadway Street.
It's sad to see it into decay.
But to some nearby residents, it's much more than that.
That hospital holds a closeness to my heart, but like I said, I was born there. I had a younger brother who was also born there.
Gregory Bach was born in the former St. Elizabeth Hospital, and now he lives near it. He says the building is dangerous, especially for neighborhood children.
You could even get into the building if they wanted to try hard enough and easily get injured, killed.
Dana Ford moved across the street from the former hospital only 2 months ago, and she already thinks that
they need to tear it down.
Last year, the city of Hannibal asked the Northeast Community Action Corporation to team up and try to get approved for tax credits to transform the vacant property into senior housing. NECAC Deputy Director for Housing Development Carla Potts says there would be 66 units of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments there. They plan to also build 6 single-family homes in the neighborhood.
It is a huge project. We'll add the 6 single-family homes to it, but that's not the big cost. It's St. Elizabeth.
For years, the city has tried to get approved for federal and state low-income housing tax credits to pay for the project, but have gotten denied. Potts says they will be meeting with potential funders.
We're just going to continue to, crunch numbers and see what we can do.
Ford thinks more senior housing would be beneficial for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, I think it would be, because a lot of seniors come over here.
Potts says they have multiple meetings with potential funders in January. Rebecca Duffy, WGEM News.
Thanks, Rebecca. Potts says the project is estimated to cost around $17 million. That's $5 million more than it was going to cost just 1 year ago.